Yeah, so what's this you've got me? I have a theory, and I'll voice it. I know there's a lot of frame builders that use a big surface table, and they probably only check it on one side. I have a suspicion that maybe quite a few frames aren't that well aligned. That's my suspicion. I don't think Paul Brodie will mind me using this video clip because he's basically thrown down the gauntlet here to all frame builders that use a surface plate. First we need a frame, so let's get one down from up here. What do you reckon? This Favori I think is absolutely spot on, so let's get that down. I personally can't see any reason why we would need to sort of flip it over, so I don't do that as part of my procedure. But you'll see at the end that hopefully, as long as I'm doing it right, the frame will be in track. So yeah, let's get onto the back end and make sure that that's right now. So with the rear end of the frame, you've got to be really careful that we get it in the centre, and it's not just the dropouts being on the centre plane or equally distant from the centre plane of the frame, but it's also the wheel tilt, and there's a couple of directions for that as well. Obviously you've got your chain stays and the length of the chain stays, and also the length of the seat stays, because they're both going to have an effect on how the wheel's tilted. So we've got the wheels centered in the frame now, so let's have a look at the forks and see if they're straight. I've never actually checked our alignment method to make sure it actually produces a straight frame. I've just always really relied on the fact that we've had nearly 90 years of passed down frame building knowledge, and the method of aligning a frame goes right back to when we started in the 1930s. And I personally learned it off Andrew Pajunas, who was the frame builder before me. So it's going to be a bit embarrassing really if we find out that the wheels don't follow one another. So yeah, shall we find out and see if Ellis Briggs frames are actually as straight as I think they are? at the feeler gauge. So sorry about my feeler gauges, I don't really use these very often, it's got a bit rusty somehow. But it's got two feelers in. One is 0.3mm and the other one is 0.33mm, so the wheel is 0.63mm out of track. I don't think that's bad. That's pretty close to spot on, don't you think?